Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages, if you've ever in your life wanted to see Nicolas Cage with a drawn-on beard, God help you, because you're going to get it tonight.
Where the fuck did that come from?
Party
Jesus.
time. Party. You know what? No. Stop.
What's going on?
I can't do this anymore.
Ray, you may need to stop the recording. What's going on?
I can't do this anymore.
You see, this is why I don't have him do this shit live. This is why it's pre-recorded.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sorry, man. You know, guys, I'm going to be honest with you right now.
All right.
I've had many heroes growing up. Nelson Mandela, Luke Skywalker.
Okay. Yeah.
Martin Luther King.
Oh,
you know?
he's a good one.
He didn't know how good he had it, but okay.
And especially the man, the myth, the legend, Nicolas Cage, was a god among men.
Turned me from a boy to a man.
I mean, he gave us, all of us, not just me, but all of us, such classics as The Rock, Con Air, and many other films that we can look back on and say, wow, Nick, you really gave us a show.
You know, he's like a national treasure.
Yeah, he's...
But not anymore.
I see what you did there. Yeah.
But not anymore. What happened to Nicolas Cage, guys? Well, I mean, I'm crying right now. What happened to Nicolas Cage?
Besides Bernie Madoff and the 4 wives who bent his ass over.
Cocaine.
Yeah. Well, there's always cocaine, but I think cocaine is what made him. I don't think it's bad.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm just bummed, right? I mean, it's going to be hard for me to do this review, but I'll persevere.
You see, Ray, you're bringing people in the studio with baggage.
Okay.
You're like, yo, hey, you know what? It's a special day. Nicolas Cage is doing a 5 Nights at Freddy's ripoff. First of all, we gotta have the Nicolas Cage expert, the man.
The man.
We brought the man in. He's like, you know what? Big man, big voiceover, the man behind the curtain.
Yes.
I like to call him like the Wizard of Oz. The man behind the curtain, Jay. We're gonna bring Jay in to watch this Nick Cage thing.
Oh man.
And I don't know. I may have seen a bit of a were you sobbing? I could have been wrong. I thought I saw you sobbing
I was in tears the entire time.
Like a baby sucking on his mama's tit.
It was the most horrendous experience I've ever had to go through in my life.
Well, I tell you, there have been some worse Nicolas Cage experiences. I will tell you that much. This was nowhere near as bad as a lot of them. But you know what? This is a place for healing.
Yes.
This is a place for healing.
Yes. It's the 5 steps.
It's part of the 5 steps. Exactly. It's like step number 2 or some shit. I don't know. I left AA as soon as they said no more booze. Fucking I'm out. So we're gonna go through this together. Hey everybody, you're listening to a very special episode of the fellas, and by very special episode I mean like we haven't been around doing shit for God knows how long, so fuck, I guess it's special to you. So we saw Nicolas Cage, the great one. We're watching Willys Wonderland, which is one of the many 5 Nights at Freddy's-esque sort of movies. Yeah, something like that. We saw that, and I think you as an audience will be pleasantly surprised.
You know,
Lord knows I was.
It's one of those films because, you know, that comes out and you watch it because there's nothing else to do. And you know you don't want to go
every film since COVID-19 came out.
Yes. So this becomes like a blockbuster because every other film has like nobody that you could recognize.
Set so low,
Who do I watch this film with nobody I've ever heard of? I'll just take the Nick Cage.
Well, ever since, and keep in mind, guys, ever since Nick Cage got ass fucked by Bernie Madoff, who ran off with all of his money, we have seen a great man laid low, and I've seen Cage movie after Cage movie after Cage movie where the spark is gone.
Yeah.
He is just dead behind the eyes and just phoning it in.
That last one was awful. That last one, was it Samurai? Was it Earth Ninja? Where he's supposed to freaking defend the world from this alien coming from another universe to decide the fate of the world?
That sounds somewhat familiar, but I can't be sure. I'm pretty positive I slept through it.
Garbage.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I slept through it. I don't think that's the worst one. What was the one where he's in New York and his son gets kidnapped or something?
I mean, Ghost. It's one of their first reviews.
That was the one I was like, what the fuck is this? I was very disappointed.
Yeah, but it was entertaining, though. It still was entertaining.
I don't know about that.
Just to be honest, guys, we almost hit the eject button because too many rumors spread thin.
Well, see...
that was my fault.
This is how rumors can be a bad thing.
Yeah.
I mean, coming into, I think you were the one who was telling me, like, you just heard that this was, like, bad.
Yeah, this was coming from critics who were actually fans of bad Nick Cage films. They said this one was the most boring, but I was surprised. I mean,
I've seen worse.
He didn't say a word through the whole film, and yet I got the Nick Cage vibe when he posed. It was just weird.
Well, see, at first, yeah, you're right. At first, I was like, oh no, but I will tell you, I got my Nick Cage money's worth the moment he stepped jumped out of that fucking car. I saw his fucking face.
Yeah.
With a fucking shameless drawn-on beard. It looks like somebody used a fucking Sharpie to put the fucking beard on him. And I was like, motherfucker, are you for... What was that movie, the Dolomite movie? Bitch, are you for real? That's what I felt like when I saw this motherfucker step out that car with that stenciled-on beard.
He looks like a fucking dick. and it looks like the people on staff didn't even edge it evenly. It was like one side is thicker than the other. You can actually fix that.
Yeah, with a dry erase marker. That's how you take Sharpies off.
Oh my god.
Yeah, a dry erase marker could have fixed that right up. But nope, fuck it. It's, you know what? It's done. Let's just move on. They just left it there. Nicolas Cage ain't gonna care while he's knocking back fucking knockoff Red Bulls.
And I was joking in the fact that he said nothing. I was like, how much you want to bet he ain't gonna say shit through the whole movie?
I thought he was just gonna say a one-liner at the end.
That's what I thought.
But they kept it true. He didn't say shit throughout the whole movie. And I will say, I think that's really what saved it. Because when you see your old Nick Cage movies after he lost his money, you're like, yeah, let me get the Nick Cage. And he's there, and he's going through the motions, and you can kind of play it off, but the moment he opens up his mouth, he's like, oh my god, he's dead. Oh Jesus, his soul has left his body. This is an animatronic thing. Nick Cage is gone. He's dead. So in this one, he didn't say a single word.
Yeah.
And your imagination fills the Nick Cage. It reminds me of like when I go out with women. I'll, go on the internet, find a nice young lady.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll both decide on the price.
Okay.
And then she'll come to my place. Yeah. And then when we're having our passionate lovemaking, and I always make sure to tell her in advance, I'm not paying you to talk, so just shut up. Because that will fuck up the fantasy I have in my head.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes I don't even allow them to make any passionate moaning because I know it's disingenuous, and the fact that you do it's going to fuck up what I got going on. Because that's just going to remind me that you're faking. Because I've never made love to a woman who's enjoyed it enough to moan. So shut your mouth because you're ruining it. And I think Nick Cage, by doing that, it's just my imagination.
Yeah.
And the old-fashioned Nick Cage. I'm back in high school again, watching him just be zany. I'm getting high in my dorm room watching some classic Nick Cage. I think his being speechless was the best thing for this movie. I don't think I would have enjoyed it nearly as much if he would have talked.
Do you think Nick Cage's agent fucking just brings him the shit on the barrel, say, look, Nick, I know you broke and strapped for cash. I know you recently just dyed your beard and dyed your hair because that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
We know that you got gray hairs and you don't want to be caught on camera with fucking a single gray hair.
Which is why you drive fucking muscle cars and wear fucking sports jackets even indoors.
Yeah.
And constantly has your character wearing shades.
Yeah.
Alligator boots.
Fucking alligator. I like to drive in my alligator boots.
Yeah.
That's comfortable to drive in.
So
some leather shit kickers while I'm peeling down the road.
He's a guy probably in his mid-60s trying to hold down his career look when he was 40. And he's trying to keep it together, man.
Well, I'll put it this way. I believe Nick Cage's agent gives just about as much of a fuck as Nick Cage. It's like when you're in a relationship where the love is dead, but you're trying to keep it alive, and no matter how much you put out, your wife isn't reciprocating with that much love. So eventually, you put out the same amount that she puts out. The only real emotional bond that you two have anymore is basically like angry sex. Shit. Not even normal sex, but angry sex. Because that's the only real emotion that you can put towards each other. And I think his agent, when he calls him up, is like, I got a movie, $5 million. Can they go to 6? Probably not. All right. And that's it. And that's it. You've been in a relationship with your wife long enough that foreplay is down to just 2 words. In bed at night, you look at her and say, roll over. That's the foreplay. That's the relationship between Nicolas Cage and his agent. He's like, just give me my money, man. His agent's like, all right, just give me my cut.
Yeah.
And that's it. It's a sad thing. But that's what happens. And Nicolas Cage is on his, 5th wife?
Well,
to
maybe.
take his money.
He's been married 5 times, yeah.
Yeah, he's on his 5th wife.
He married one girl girl who was 19.
That is self-hatred. That's all that is.
I don't pity him only because he could have learned after the third time, and he's like on the fourth time.
That's like saying you don't pity the crackhead that keeps putting his lips on that pipe. He's sick, Ray. He's sick, and he needs help. God, we haven't even talked about the fucking movie. Okay, this is what happens when you have a friend that needs help.
Yeah.
And Nick, he needs our help, man. He's sick.
Yeah, he's sick.
And we're just sitting here talking about a sick friend.
Nick needs Jesus. That's what he needs.
No, Jesus needs Nick. But I digress. So this movie is about a guy called the Janitor, because that's his name, played by Nicolas Cage, and he ends up being stranded in some bumfuck town in which he has to spend one night at this family restaurant called Willys Wonderland.
Yeah,
and the whole point is he's there to be sacrificed to the animatronics that have been possessed by these mass murderers who were also cultists who killed themselves in the ceremony to put their bodies in the animatronics. Now, before you say this makes no fucking sense, I would like you to just take that idea this makes no fucking sense. I want you to just sit down and open your mouth slightly. I want you to breathe from your mouth, not your nose, and just let it go. Yeah. What did the guy say in Iron Man 2? Learn to let go. That's what I need you to do. Learn to let go. Because what I'm about to tell you is the peak of lunacy. I don't think we ever stopped asking questions, but we just never took the answers serious. And that's why this fell in the category of so bad it's good.
Yeah.
It was not just bad. This legitimately was so bad it's good.
And it's very hard to get that.
It is.
To get that levity.
Because a lot of people purposely try to make bad movies. Like, yeah, it'd be funny. It's like, no, dude, you're trying to make it bad.
Yeah.
It's not funny. But when you take something and you put a character like Nick Cage's, I'm so badass, I'm not gonna talk. It's like, you sit your ass down. It just fell in perfectly. Yeah. This is in fact so bad it's good. Yeah. So also with Nick Cage being there, out of nowhere, you have a trope of like 5 kids. Is it 5 of them?
Yeah, 5 or 6 kids. They keep adding kids out of nowhere.
Yeah, they're trying to burn the place down because they realize it's evil.
Yeah.
They're sacrificing people to it. And they really pull these kids out of nowhere.
Yeah,
and
really.
You can clearly see they're each based on like a different stereotype of the B movie, sort of persona.
Yeah.
But before you can learn enough about any of them to give anything close to a fuck, they just start dying off.
Good.
Which to me is hilarious. So you have the final girl or last girl. Which is it? Final girl or last girl?
It's final girl.
It's final girl.
Yeah, great movie.
Who's played by, her name is Liv, played by Emily Tosta.
Yeah.
So what is that? Hispanic?
Yeah,
Latinx?
I guess she's like Latin. She had nice DSL lips and big eyes.
She's supposed to be 16 in that movie, right?
I don't know. I mean, she looked like an actress in her 20s.
Fine. Yeah, no, roll it back. Roll it back to cover your ass.
Yeah, okay.
So you're fantasizing over that 16-year-old that you had dick-sucking lips. And then there's also... Oh, God, where are the other kids? They're so generic. Another kid named Chris, played by Kai Kadelik, who's supposed to be in love.
He's supposed to
with Liv.
He's supposed to look like, what you call it, this kid from Dawson's Creek. He looked like him.
I never watched that show because I'm a heterosexual male. So I don't know what to tell you. You know what? It wouldn't even be worth the time to go, because there's no character. They didn't really make them as characters.
Well,
only
Kathy,
2 stand out.
Kathy, I mean, she had the rack, played by Kaylee.
Well, no, she plays as the whore.
Yeah, I mean,
and I remember saying right away, it's like all these geeky teenage kids, and then you have this clearly early 30s looking like a porn star with double D tits walking around with bobby stockings and a mini skirt on. It's like, she doesn't fit in here at all with her push-up bra. It's like, this makes no sense. And then for this to be a bumfuck town, there's a very diverse group of kids.
Yeah.
One of them was black with plaited up De La Soul hair dreads. And another one was, what was he, mixed or something?
Yeah, he looked like Key from Key and Peele, but with glasses and...
Like a low-budget Key and Peele?
Yeah, I mean...
Very diverse for a redneck town. It didn't seem to make much sense.
And then the funny thing that was happening is they were talking shit about their town that they live in.
Like, yeah, nothing but rednecks in this town. Like, you're literally a black kid who lives in this town. with nothing but black street slang. And naturally, because he's black, he's banging the hot white chick.
Yeah.
I mean, I got no problem with that. Stereotypes exist for a reason. It's fucking funny. Yeah. Check off the boxes.
Yep.
From the point they entered the place with the monsters, they probably lasted a combined total of 8 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Which to me was great. I was like, yeah, I fucking hate them. And I'm sure everyone else in the audience hates them. Yeah, fucking let them die. It's just fucking get rid of them.
I think we spent more time talking about the fucking air venting ducts and how gigantic they were.
Oh yeah, he's supposed to clean this place, right? And it's obvious Nick Cage has never cleaned anything because I'm like,
the way he's sweeping,
it's like, what the fuck you doing? I mean, first off, this place looks like shit, and I'm like, even if I was fucking paid to be here, I'd walk in there like, nope. Just walk right back out and just go in the corner somewhere and fucking sleep.
That bathroom was disgusting.
Yeah, and he's shoving his hands in the urinal. You know, if I piss at a urinal and like the tip of my dick touches it, I'm like,
oh god.
It's like, man, the tip of my dick touched his urinal. I'm gonna be touching that later tonight. I had to clean that off, man. It's fucking awful.
But the one thing that was cool is that we kept giving Nick Cage a backstory.
That would have been great, because here's the thing, guys. The guy who runs the place, right, says, you got to clean the place, but make sure you take breaks so you don't get overworked. So he set his watch so that, like, every 30 minutes, I guess he'll take, like, a 5-minute break or something. Yeah. And go play the pinball machine that's in the kitchen for some fucking reason. I don't know why a pinball machine would be there. So his watch is set so it would beep and he would stop.
Yeah.
And I was saying, because he just has these moments when he's fighting the animatronics, he'll be completely normal. Then the animatronics would show up.
Yeah.
Then he would go into like a Hulk smash style rage and just beat the shit out of it and then go back on like nothing would happen. And I was like, you know, it'd be awesome, because he doesn't talk, so you don't know about his backstory.
Yeah.
Whenever he's beating one of these things up, if he has like a flashback of him beating someone else and it would go back and forth, you know, in the fight with the flashbacks, I'm like, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I think, what was the first one he killed? Was it the gorilla?
No, it was the ostrich.
Yeah, but did he beat with the fucking broom?
He beat it with the broom, and then he pulled the spinal cord out from the body.
Yeah.
I was like, is this Mortal Kombat? I know it's out this week.
Well, it's a good scene.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, when he beat the gorilla up, I was like, yo, wouldn't it be awesome if they start doing like some flashback scenes where he's like Ed Norton in American History X, beating up the black kid. Because he ends up curb stomping. What do you call it when you put someone's mouth on the curb?
Stomp. Yeah, curb stomp.
That's a curb stomp?
Yeah.
He puts the gorilla's mouth on the urinal and like smashes it open. I would have him like going back, like, put your mouth on that curb, boy. Put your mouth on that curb. And stomp. You see a black kid, hey man, motherfucker, this ain't cool, motherfucker. And he like smashes it and like rips off his shirt. And you see the swastika. Not welcome, motherfucker. And then when he comes to, you see him back in there because he got cut. So he had to take his shirt off to like put Scotch tape or some shit on
his face, yeah,
on his chest. No, I think it's his guts.
Duct tape.
Yeah, he put duct tape on. Whatever, who the fuck knows? But he puts the shit on. I'm like, yeah. As he's switching out his shirts, you can see the swastika, or even better, you can see like the fucked up patch of skin where he had the tattoo removed.
Yeah,
it's like, yo, that's what a swastika was. So was he a Nazi? You know, and then some other point you can see like when he's fighting like the fairy chick, you know, and he like jumps on her face to like crack her neck.
That would have been.
Thighs. I would have had him like thrusting his hips while he's doing it. You see a flashback. You see a flashback of him like forcing himself on some chick. Take it, slut. Take it. And it's like, oh shit, man. Who's that? His wife? He's raping some chick. This is all stuff that could be like in his past, and it makes the character like, I want to know about this guy. I want to know what's his passions, his dreams. Who was he before? I mean, am I wrong or no? Would that have been a nice little addition?
Yeah. I was thinking another take where like the animatronics were actually minorities, and he just sees them as animatronics.
Oh,
and then when they come there, they just see a bunch of dead kids.
Well, the thing is, I don't want to pigeonhole him into being just a racist. I mean, there's so many ways it can go. I mean, the racist is a given. I definitely want that in there. That's the cream on the cake. But there's so many different layers of the cake that we can put in there.
Yeah, like that ball pit.
Yeah, like the fucking ball pit, the piss stained ball pit. Which I only went in the ball pit when I was a kid. Knowing what I know now, I'll never fucking get in the ball pit again. That's fucking disgusting. The ball pit right in the middle of the goddamn eating area. I'm like, yo, man, there's urine vapors wafting off of that coming into my food, man. I'm not eating in there. It's fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
But I digress. So it turns out, through the most ridiculous, convoluted story ever.
Yeah, the cops.
It's like, yeah, we're gonna, some guy buys the place after the original people have their suicide pact, and the animatronics are alive and they're constantly killing people there.
Yeah.
So the guy says, you know what? Let's bulldoze the fucking thing, and apparently they can leave.
Oh,
which was the thing. So they leave and kill all the people that were supposed to bulldoze it. And I'm like, how the fuck do they know?
They have eyes and ears, don't you know?
Yeah, but they didn't do that deal inside the place. But whatever, who cares?
And they went to schools and started slaughtering children.
So the townsfolk, instead of saying, hey, well, they're just a bunch of slow animatronics, let's just all go in there with guns and shoot the fucking things up, they all say, hey, look, don't kill random people, we'll bring people in here. Every once in a while, they'll bring some people in there for them to kill and consume. Why they would need to eat, I don't know. I don't know. They didn't go into detail.
It's like thrill kill. They just want the thrill of the kill.
That is a goddamn good point. That's a good comparison. Thrill kill, that's an excellent fucking comparison. That's fucking good. It is like thrill kill. Nicolas Cage would clean and one of the animatronics would show up and he'd beat them up in hilarious fashion and his watch would beep and he'd stop and go do some other shit, and then when he's done playing his pinball he'd go back and beat him up again.
Yeah, it was on schedule.
It was good. I think they should have gone with a little bit more shock value, because I was telling you guys stuff when I was watching the movie, like, yo, what I do is I do this and that, and I think Jay, you were like, God damn, dude, calm down. You know, when the weird chick was telling the one kid, it's okay, I'm not evil like the rest of them. No, I'm good. I can show you the afterlife. And then she pops up, because she's supposed to be the sweet, motherly one. And I was like, yeah, at that point, once the kid reveals himself, I just have her talking dirty, like, you ever had a woman's pussy before, boy? Something like,
that would have been perfect.
That would have messed with your head.
Great.
Like, you're supposed to be the sweet one.
And here's the thing. And here's the thing. And here's what got me about it. And what was my biggest disappointment about this. I'll get to Nicolas Cage later. You know, my Lord and Savior later. I'll get to him later. What got me is at no point was I ever intimidated or afraid of these animatronics at all.
No.
They never gave you a sense of, hey, these things should be feared. These things should, hey, get away from these things. These things are killers. No, I never got that vibe from them.
To be fair, I think if they tried to give you that vibe, they would have been disingenuous. And I think they were like, look, you know what the deal is. I mean, look at this. For real.
Come on.
I think they were looking at you like, I'm not going to insult you by trying to make you scared of this.
That's one thing. Okay. But at least put some freaking effort into it, man. You even said it yourself. Yeah. They look like people in costumes. Yeah. They don't look like robot machines that you need to run away from.
Look, that costs money.
That thing could have been ripping my arms off, and even then I'd have been like, are you fucking for real with this shit?
Exactly.
Is it going to keep doing this? Stop it. Hey, turn this thing. Look at that. It just ripped my fucking arm off. Are you fucking for real? There would have been no terror, except for the part in the vents, that when the chick was in the vents and one of them got in the vents, somehow it was crawling after her. Okay, that legit would have made me shit my pants.
Now I will say this. Say this. One of the animatronics, what was the fairy animatronic?
Yeah, the only one that wasn't in costume.
Yeah. I will say this. The way that they introduced her was kind of interesting. The way how, she was climbing on the trees and she was disappearing and stuff like that.
That's because she wasn't in a full furry suit.
I will say they did that kind of okay. That right. I did like how they did that.
Right.
But everything else, man, was just something. Come on, man. I mean, you got a 16-year-old girl beating up a big ass turtle animatronic, which just killed like 2 cops. Come on, man.
We don't know if she's 16.
How are we supposed to take these things seriously?
Was that?
We don't know that she's 16, though.
Ray, you want to fuck children? We get it.
No,
please stop. I don't need you to try to convince me so that I can justify how you feel. It's fine. We don't know if she's 16. Society's laws are not my laws. Look, I'm not going to get into that with you. All right?
Is that you, Ray?
If there's no grass, the grass will be there eventually. Can't stop the game. Is that how it is, Ray?
See, look at this. This chick, the whore chick.
Yeah, but Ray, she's not a real person. She's a whore. She's dead inside. You're fucking a husk. That's fine. The other girl has the youthful hopes and dreams that a child would have.
And Nicolas Cage left with her.
Yeah, I mean, more importantly, he shared his drink.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Which shows he's bonding, which I thought it would have been funny if she'd have taken a sip and spit it out and been like, is there fucking cocaine in this? That would have been an awesome twist. Like, yo, you've been drinking straight cocaine this whole time.
Just psychedelics in all those drinks.
Yeah. Or psychedelics. Yeah. What if they had a couple scenes where he sees through his eyes? It's different. Through his eyes, I don't know, maybe he's a nom.
And that's why I'm
back in his day, that would have been me stabbing a pouch of white powder with a knife, taking it, going, that's 100% Cage.
Yes.
That's pure Cage right there, baby. That's straight from Colombia. That's uncut Cage. Him driving off with the Klan uniform in the back, stars and bars on the license plate.
Yes.
Like, oh shit, man.
Yes, Antoine.
You gotta cut that. You can't have that much Cage. You gotta cut that.
You know that one guy that was the tow truck guy, looked like Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, he's my friend.
Oh, yeah, he is?
Yeah, we hang out. Go on. No, if you want to talk shit about him, it's fine, because, he's fucked, so it's all right.
That actor looked exactly like him, so if in case they do a Harvey Weinstein movie on how he trashed all these women, at least he's perfectly casted for it.
Fucking trashed all these women. Oh, you mean how he gave these women multi-million-dollar jobs, and then once their careers were safe and it was profitable, they felt bad about it. Notice they didn't give up their careers or the money they exchanged. But they certainly made sure he was held accountable for giving them what they asked for. Yeah. I'm sorry, folks. I went off on a tangent. That was not very PC of me. I'm sorry.
Folks, please excuse Ant for his comments. We here on The Fellas would like to let you know that we are a very, 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 very PC group of people. We totally believe in women's rights and Black Lives Matter and all that stuff. So please don't try to dox us or send any death threats our way. Please. Thank you so much. We love you all. Black Lives Matter.
Now, that having been said, these bitches, fucking Hollywood's a one-way goddamn street. But I digress. This is not about women in Hollywood. This is about the Cage. Pretty much it. I mean, the movie was patently ridiculous from beginning to end.
And it got more ridiculous when he started playing. Was it pinball? Was it not a pinball?
Oh,
pinball.
You want to tell us about the pin? It reminds me of a scene. It reminds me of a scene from that movie Flashdance.
Yeah.
She's a maniac. Man, he's like dancing, playing the pinball. Now I don't know if the pinball machine was supposed to be a metaphor for something, because that scene where the token was banging that whore, it kept being interspersed with him doing like the orgasm face at the pinball machine.
Yeah.
And I thought he'd be like maybe thrusting at it, like you trying to tilt it, like thrusting his pelvis at the machine. I don't know, but what do you think about that scene? Because I know that scene is when you lit up. You were like, I got my Cage fixed.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. I don't know. It did look like he was kind of having sex. I assumed he got a high score, but he was doing a weird kind of dance, and then you heard like 80s techno music.
Yeah, it was weird. He's doing like the Vogue. He's doing like the Vogue.
Weird dancing.
He was giving me my Cage.
The one looked like he was jacking off was that alligator animatronic watching the black girl and
That was funny. I would have had it. See, when the black kid was banging the whore, there was an alligator animatronic in the corner of the room, and the chick is like, "I think that thing's watching us." He's like, "So what? It's hot, baby. It's hot. Let's do it." So they're banging in front of the alligator animatronic. I would have, because I like to push the envelope. I like to think of myself as a French director.
Yeah.
You know how the French, they revolutionized film by essentially making pornography, but because it was in black and white, they called it art. But I would have it so that the alligator comes in to kill them, and he's like, "Come on, baby." No, I don't want to. Come on, baby. You know it's hot. Well, okay. And the alligator would have kind of been like, "Hold up. Let's see where this goes." And the alligator the whole time, this is animatronic. It doesn't even have a penis.
Hey, can I join too?
No, that would be crass. That's not art. That's not art. That is crass. Okay? I'm saying the alligator would have regained some of his humanity. Notice, the alligator doesn't have a penis, but it remembers that this is pleasurable. And the alligator would watch them. You see the eyes, the animatronic eyes, slowly get bigger and bigger. Right? And like right when, the alligator would reach his hand down as if to pleasure himself, but there's no penis. He left that with his mortal shell, but he's the alligator. Once the girl and the guy both climax at the same time, so loving thing to climax at the same time. I learned that from Japanese animation. A man climaxes at the same time as a woman, that symbolizes love. Because they're in harmony. It's harmony. The alligator would be like, oh, I'm ready to climax at the same time with them. We're all three of us. We're in this together. But he can't climax because he has no penis. And that's when he remembers, I'm not human. I'm just a monster. And that would throw him into a fit of rage. Because he couldn't climax with the two of them. So he goes right back to like, oh, I'm just going to do what I was originally going to do. I'm going to kill him. And that's beautiful because it shows that the humanity that was once in him had a chance to come down, and it was snatched away. Thus, he had to revert back to the monster. That the shell that he's in is the shell of a monster. But he's not a monster, but he became a monster because his chance at regaining his humanity with the means of his ejaculate, that was taken away from him.
So at that point, the film goes black and white, and I see a mime in the background laughing hysterically.
And it says Finn. It says Finn. F-I-N.
F-I-N right there.
Yeah, there's a mime in the background.
We just all start clapping.
Yeah, and there's like a clown crying or some shit.
And like after you see their two dead bodies like laid artistically on the ground with like the blood all over them, and then the camera slowly pans to the crocodile's face, and you see a single tear roll down his cheek.
And then after that, it zooms out and you see he's dry humping a chick. But I'm saying, I'm an artiste. Somebody get me a Kangol hat so I can turn it sideways. Because I'm a fucking artist. I need to be a director. I'm going to have my Kangol hat turned sideways. And I'm going to call myself Antoine X or some dumb shit.
I just love the fact how he pretty much did a King Kong on a T-Rex and just pulled the mouth open.
By ripping the mouth open?
Yeah.
I still think that's wasted opportunity because that scene should have been him killing one of the Latin kings in a gang war. That's what that scene should have been. It's flashbacks. It's all the flashbacks. So, Dan, was there anything you think could have been improved in this or what? Actually, that's a trick question. Everything could have been improved.
There are a lot of things that have been improved.
What would you have improved?
I would have improved the fight scenes because a lot of them were just him tossing them around into walls over and over and over. Got a little boring on that end.
Yeah, it actually got kind of ridiculous. What was the thing where he threw like the rope at the Toad Woman?
Yeah.
And by using the rope, because there was not enough room for him to have momentum to yank it and throw her in the wall.
You know how fucking strong you gotta be to do that, man?
No, it's not so much that. It's like the Toad Woman was like 5 to 10 feet away from him.
Yeah.
Yet, side to side, there's only about 5 feet.
Yeah, you need more strength.
So how was he able to yank her and throw her on each wall when her distance from him was greater than the width on each side? It's
called movie magic.
Perfect judo.
Fuck it.
But yes, the fight scenes were kind of garbage. Yeah. Jay, was there anything you would have improved? Any scenes or anything you would have changed?
No, now I'm gonna start crying again.
Oh, here we go. Should I get out a storyboard? You can take that board off the wall and just draw a storyboard with panels. Scene 1.
What I would have changed, just Nicolas Cage's entire character set, entire mindset. Because here's the thing. See, when I grew up with Cage, right? When you grew up with Cage, right? When we all grew up with Cage. See, a typical Nicolas Cage movie would show him backstory. It would show why he had a vendetta with the animatronics, right? It would show him going through grief, through struggle, right? It would actually show him going there, making things right, doing what he had to do. The backstory, why is he there? Why does he have a beef with the animatronics? Typical Nicolas Cage shit, right?
But okay,
here's what gets me the most upset. You're in a setting with a bunch of killer demon possessed animatronics, right? Nicolas Cage being Nicolas Cage, as we all know him, at no point in the film did he ever have that Castor Troy moment. Do you know what I'm talking about when I say the Castor Troy moment? Ever see that balls to the wall, crazy freaking insane Nick Cage that we all know and love?
You can't see that. You're not going to see it if he's not talking. I get what you're saying.
He's just a blank slate in the film. There's no reason why he's there. There's no reason why he has a beef. I mean, okay, if And you even said it, Ray. Hey, if they would have showed like he was a kid and his parents were one of the parents that got killed, okay, fine. You have a reason for him to be there. There was no. He was just a blank slate.
I have a question for you. Would you be okay with them giving him some backstory if it's not at the beginning? If as it's going on, those flashbacks that I wanted, what if those flashbacks showed why he's doing a certain thing, or how he got to be where he is, or something like that? Are you dead set on it being in the beginning, or would it be okay if it were in the middle?
If it was in the middle, then I would have been fine with that.
Interspersed in flashbacks.
If you would have showed, like we kept talking about, as he's beating the animatronics, right? Mm-hmm. You would have had the flashbacks showing his parents get killed, like showing them get hurt.
Yeah, my mom was raped by a guy in the gorilla suit. So now he's upset. And he's beating up the guy in the gorilla
and that's
suit.
why he joined the Ku Klux Klan, right? That's why that's why he has a Confederate flag. And that's why he shows up.
Curb stomped.
That's
so
why
it all links in. It all links.
That's why he shows up.
Going. Okay, so really, me and you are on the same.
I think so.
I think that if they showed all that before he got there, that would have been a detriment, because if you show what's leading to lunacy before the lunacy, I'm going to get up and leave like, oh, this is going to be some bullshit. But if you start with the bullshit and you're like, what the fuck? The fact that I said, what the fuck? I'm invested now.
No, but see,
because I want to know how did this happen? But if I have to work up to that with some stuff that just seems silly and implausible without because the action is what kept me there.
Okay.
The action is what kept me there.
But see, the Nick Cage of old, you would understand there would be a reason for why he does things.
Old would have been in a better movie.
And the Nick Cage of old would have made this movie great.
You're telling him to work miracles.
He is. Nicolas Cage is the Messiah, Antoine.
To make this movie
Nicolas Cage is the Messiah. Oh, okay, because like I said, because I keep saying yes, the Church of Nicolas Cage, the Nick Cage of old, you would have understood from the jump of the film why he was there, why he has a beef with the animatronics, and why he is such a badass.
Look, this is what we call now. We can't talk about the Nick Cage of old. We got to talk about the Nick Cage of the New Testament after Murdy went off with his money.
Man, the New Testament is garbage compared to the Old Testament. Everybody knows the Old Testament. I am a vengeful God. That's Old Testament has people sleeping with other men's wives and sending that man off to the front lines to die, so I can bang his wife. And then his son comes and kills him. And you know what? His son bangs his wife too. Banging his mom. That's Old Testament, baby. That's Old Testament. Man, fucking New Testament. That King James bullshit. Get out of here with that shit. What would you have changed? Is there anything you would have done to improve this movie, Ray?
Yeah, just one thing. If they could just not dye his fucking hair and his beard.
You know what, Ray?
Insanely, I would have been taking it a little bit.
Ray, yeah. That's projection.
Okay.
You're old.
Okay.
Don't be.
The man's 57 years old. He shouldn't be dyeing his hair fucking black.
Wait a minute, that's not his natural hair color?
Mm-hmm. They don't have Sharpies that come in the color gray.
I don't know what happened to his hair, but if you look into his hair from National Treasure when he first got his hair plugs, and you look at his hair plugs now, they look like they're failing.
Well, you have to keep putting money which he doesn't have.
Oh, that's true.
You got to keep getting that renewed.
Yeah.
You don't just put the hair plugs in and walk away. It's a process.
It's just like, look at John Cusack now, and then look at him 15 years ago. The skin pulled back so tight on his face.
Yeah, that's Satan taking back the talent he owed him in exchange for his soul. Satan is like, yeah, your time's up, motherfucker. Give me back what I loaned you. And John Cusack's resisting. So he's pulling that shit straight down. That's why that's there. You just blew his shit out the water now. Everybody knows.
Oh, man.
You can't keep a secret worth a damn. You just want him to look old.
Yeah, I mean, if you looked old, I'm like, man, that looks pretty good. Because he didn't say anything. There's no love interest.
God. Also, thank God. Like, I want to see Nicolas Cage's old, frumpy ass plowing into a woman, breaking into a sweat. Yeah, that's what I want to see. I want to see Nick Cage getting up in some chick's stomach. Yeah.
Yeah, other than that, he did save the movie with his acting chops at the end.
Nick Cage is the only thing that could have saved this fucking abomination. This movie is the type of lunacy that I would have pulled the ripcord and ejected 5 minutes in if it weren't for Nick Cage. The moment he stepped out that car, I was halfway off the seat. He stepped out that car, and what the fuck? I sat back down. Is this motherfucker? Did he draw that beard on? Is he gonna go the rest of the movie with that fucking beard? What is that? And then he goes 5 minutes not talking.
I'm gonna give you guys 3. All right. If they would have casted this exact same movie with
Idris Elba?
Huh?
Idris Elba?
No.
Sorry.
John Travolta.
Okay.
Oh, God.
This movie would have been terrible.
John Travolta is terrible. I mean, what the fuck kind of reasoning is that? You know, this meal that we ate, if I replaced the rice with my own shit and piss, this meal would be terrible.
Battlefield.
Like, yeah, motherfucker, of course it'd be fucking terrible.
Bruce Willis.
Awesome.
I'd watch that just to laugh at his old ass. Look at Bruce Willis fucking squinting all day. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Where's my pills? fucking watching Bruce Willis just squinting and giving off one-liners, and watch his fucking 35-year-old Ukrainian stunt double. My name is Yuri. His bald-headed Ukrainian stunt double. So who's the third person you can switch it with?
I can't remember his name. He's Chris. Oh fuck,
Evans.
Man.
I can't find it.
No.
Name some movies he was in.
Oh fuck, I can't because.
Okay, name the plot of the movie.
Oh my god!
Is this some dude you thought of in a fever dream? What the fuck is this?
I know this guy's fucking face.
So you think of guys' faces.
No, I know.
So this is how he comes out. Look, I had this dream where he was like fucking me, and I
had a dragon tattoo. Do you see?
Can you see? Can you see? No! Do you see? That's a great fucking scene.
Yeah.
I guarantee fucking to you, once he says the guy's name, gonna have no idea who the fuck this is. Oh, that's it. Sergei Umwacha. He looks like Sergei Umwaka. Like,
No.
folks, this is premium content.
Come on, man.
This is what you get in the director's cut, the behind-the-scenes footage.
Christian Slater.
Oh,
How
God.
the fuck do you forget who Christian Slater is?
Man, I haven't seen him in a while.
No, I don't think Christian Slater would have been good at it at all.
No.
I don't think so.
You wasted all of our time because I did not believe in any way, shape, or form that Christian Slater would have done a good job at this.
Nah, he did Alone in the Dark.
No. I mean, these are kind of the shit movies that they would give these guys.
Yeah, but I'm saying who would be a good fit?
Who's that guy that's always that Spanish Mexican guy that's always in these horror films?
Danny Trejo?
Danny Trejo.
No, because with Danny Trejo, I would have discounted. I mean, I may have watched it, but I would have expected it to just be bad, not so bad as good. I mean, that's assuming Danny Trejo could peel his lips off of this dude's cock long enough. Fucking, who did Django?
Tarantino.
Yeah, fucking Danny Trejo and Tarantino 69 in each other all goddamn day.
I think Mark Wahlberg would have done a good job.
Man, Mark
Wahlberg would have
is a
hammed it
whore.
up, man.
Mark Wahlberg
Exactly.
is a whore.
He would have hammed it up.
You know who would have been
After that first Transformers movie he was in, he should have been like, I need to really do some soul searching and find myself. This motherfucker was in 2 more. Danny Trejo.
What about the bees?
Mark Wahlberg is a fucking whore who will whore himself out for the money.
You know,
This fucking robot cars.
man,
Don't you know? I don't know if you guys understand this. I don't understand this. There's fucking robot cars out there. They're all over the fucking streets working. It's a wicked pisser. There's fucking robot cars out
What's
there.
happening to all the bees? What about the bees,
The
guys?
fucking bees. The fucking bees are going. I don't know what's going with the fucking bees out there. Somebody hand me a beer. I can't deal with this shit.
I'm gonna do a line
It's
in
the
my
fucking
trailer.
bees.
I'll be back.
fuck, man.
Oh my god.
Fucking John Cena would have been a good.
I would have watched the shit out of that. That's
Now-
the first good thing you said.
Now, if he had done wrestling moves, yeah, that would have been awesome.
if he'd have done wrestling moves.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Fucking John Cena.
I want to see him do a suplex.
That's like fucking saying Lucy Lawless was in there, but she went topless. But she went topless. Of course she's gonna go fucking topless. Get the fuck out of here. John Cena be in there. I bet you the fucking arcade game. He probably hit one arcade game and it say doo 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 doo. And he wave his fingers. Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Can you see me? And then like he be in the dark, right? Like, you can't see me. I will fucking kill you. And he just pops up behind him. Are you sure about that? And he like chokes him out.
Oh, that would have been a fantastic movie.
Dude, I'd watched it twice. That'd have gotten a fucking full price. A full fucking price. And Vince McMahon would have just been counting his money and jacking off. At the end of the day, everybody would have been happy. Now, as much as I would like to go in deeper, I can't because there's nothing more than
It's not a deep movie.
and like 70% of this was just us bullshitting. I mean, this ain't no Cleopatra, man. This is not a deep movie. You're gonna watch it possibly while stoned. Do not watch it alone. You will feel
this is
sad.
unwatchable alone.
You'll feel like a sad individual, but you gotta watch it with some people.
Yeah, you have to watch it with friends.
But let's go ahead and rate this, and I'm gonna go first.
All right,
Because I'm gonna blow your fucking minds. I'm gonna give this, believe it or not, I'm gonna give this a high fucking matinee.
oh man,
Which is, I don't even know if I feel good about this. Because this got such bad reviews. Like, for example, from like Red Letter Media. But I was kind of like, guys, seriously? You look at the premise and you see Nicolas Cage in it. I don't know what the fuck you guys were expecting. I was expecting some goofy, stupid, what the fuck zaniness, and I got way more than I expected, especially since I lowered my bar for Nicolas Cage. I laughed. And I said, man, get the fuck out of here with this shit. And at the end of the day, I don't regret having seen it. I'm sorry. I'm giving it a bit higher than I would have. That's why it's a high matinee. I don't know what to say, man. I think Nicolas may be on his way back. I think he may have found Jesus. He may have gotten off the crack pipe. You take that pipe and you break it. And you accept Christ back into your heart. And you say, I'm coming back. And I'll say, Nicholas, you hurt me. You hurt me. You hurt me. But the Lord says to forgive. And I'm going to give you another chance.
Amen.
I'm going to give you another chance to come back into His grace.
Amen.
And I think this is Nicholas trying to come back primarily because he shut his fucking mouth and he was just zany.
Yeah.
I'm thinking the life wasn't there yet in his eyes and he knew it. So he said, I'm not going to talk. I'm just going to let my emotions go out and I'm going to show, instead of talking, the sort of man I want to be again. And he showed that.
Yep.
Lord knows if he'd opened his mouth, he would have probably fucked it up. But he kept his mouth shut. I think he's coming back. I laughed way more than I had any right to. I give this a high matinee. God help me. God help me.
I'm gonna give this because I was giving up on this movie. I mean, Dan the man was saying, "Man, this has been bad." I was like, "Fuck,"
and I'm like, "This is a Nicolas Cage expert." I'm bummed out.
I'm like, "Shit." Do we hit the eject button, guys? We're gonna give this 10 minutes, and then
well, I will tell you.
You guys brought me to my senses.
When he stepped out of that car,
Yep.
I grabbed your hand like, "Oh, get your hand off the eject button." What is this?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Let me see this. That magic marker beard.
We had padding though. 2 minutes of God knows driving scenes without seeing him come out of the car first, and then we were like, "Why the fuck did he have 4 flat tires?" And then we saw the
spike strip.
The spike strip.
Yeah, and the pointless cleaning scenes that didn't need to be in there.
But the weirdest thing about this movie, the longer it went on, the less I was thinking about not wanting to watch it. So it pulled me in enough.
I think what you're saying, because I felt the same way, the longer it went on, the more invested I felt. Like if you put your money in crypto and it's like shit, it hasn't gone up more than like 0.003 cents in the past 4 years.
Yeah.
But I've been invested for so long, it just might as well fucking leave it.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, you know what? This is going somewhere. And he got weirder as time went on. I was like, okay.
He only got weirder because other people who were more normal showed up. That's why he seemed to be weirder.
I'm gonna give this a matinee. This was
a straight matinee, middle of the road. Okay.
This was a bad premise. This could have gone wrong so many different ways, and
it did go wrong so many different ways.
Yeah, in a good way.
But there you go.
In a good way, yeah.
All right, so you get a straight matinee. Yeah. All right, Jay, we're gonna leave the best for last. Our official Nick Cage reviewer will go last. Jay, what are you gonna give it?
You know what? To be honest with you guys, I'm just gonna say it. I give it a matinee.
Oh,
God damn!
As shitty as this film was,
and the thing is, you were holding him to a high fucking standard, man.
Yes, because Nicolas Cage is my father. Okay. I would want Nicolas Cage to be my real father.
And after running out on you when you're a child and leaving you alone,
yes,
he finally came back to, son, I know you have no reason to, but I want you to give me a chance. For now, I'm just going to take you out, get you some ice cream.
Look, I have accepted the fact that the Nicolas Cage of old is gone.
Okay.
I have accepted that fact. Do I want the Nicolas Cage of old back? Yeah. And you know what? And here's the thing. Minute times in the film, especially closer to the end, I could see glimpses, a little flicker of the Nicolas Cage of old. I saw it. And you know what? For that we saw the little glimpses of Nicolas Cage of old in there. And for the simple fact that when it got closer to the end, it looked like he actually gave a shit. I will say, you know what? It's a matinee.
Are you sure Nicolas Cage wasn't your actual father? Because you said this
I pray that he is. The way
you set that up, the way you're talking about it's like, he left me, and every time I try to reach out, he just disappointed me, and then out of nowhere, after I gave up, he showed up, and he wanted to just talk. And I don't know, man. I know the father that I want to see, and he's not there, but I saw glimpses of the father he could have been. The father that wasn't there. I miss him. My first steps.
I miss Nicolas Cage, man. Hopefully, we have not seen the last of Nick Cage.
All we can do is give him a chance.
That's all we can do. And you know what? It's a matinee for me.
Okay, it's down to the man.
All right, well,
no pressure, but man.
I was under the impression this was going to be horrible, but Cage pulled through for me with his silent acting, as always.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah. Oh, he was playing mime?
French. Told you it's artistic.
I'll give this a regular matinee, though, not as high as you guys.
Okay,
I gave it a regular matinee.
But now, don't get me wrong. This is not a good film. This has shit production value, and the fight scenes suck ass. but if you want to see Nick, coke bloated Nick Cage with a stenciled in beard posing into the atmosphere.
Oh yeah,
we didn't even
talk about the coke bloat. A slight paunch. A slight paunch. Hence the extra large shirts he was wearing, but okay.
I mean, if you want to see that, it's great. Now, if you're not a fan of Nick Cage...
You had no business watching this to begin with.
And like Ray said, if you watch this by yourself, you're probably not going to have a good time. You got to watch it with friends, and you got to be a fan of Nick Cage. So that I would definitely give it a matinee with friends.
You know what?
And drugs.
You know what? There you have it. That is more official than official.
Lots of alcohol.
Straight
drugs.
Straight matinee for Willys Wonderland. And before we go, let me go to the most reliable source in movie reviews, Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Because we know how reliable they are. No.
Since 2016, Nicolas Cage has been making 5 or more movies every year.
Get the fuck... Seriously?
Yeah, from 2016 he made 5 movies, because this is after Bernie Madoff.
Yeah.
Okay. So, 2016, he made 5 movies. 2017, he made 5 movies. 2017, he made 6 movies. 2018, he made 6 movies. 2019, he made 6 movies.
God damn!
And thank God he needed a break because the coronavirus is around. He made 2 movies in 2020.
Well, he's been married.
2021.
He's been married 5 times. I'm pretty sure he has to pay a lot for the divorce.
Well, not only that, maybe because he's trying to stretch out his relationship a little bit longer. He's at work.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. If you're making that many movies in a year and they're all subpar, how long? Let's make a pot. How long before you think he goes into porn? Would you watch a porn movie?
No, I would not. No, I would not.
Well,
come on.
I'm glad you said that because I wouldn't either. So I was testing you, motherfuckers. I was gonna say no.
That depends. Will he scream everything like in Ghost Rider? Here we go! Oh, it's coming!
Oh God! Oh God!
You know what? Let me tell you something. You know what? The only way I would watch it if he puts on the priest outfit for freaking Face Off, and he's with like a nun, and he's doing the whole. I might actually watch it. I might actually watch
his
it.
Face off. Okay, so let's all right, so we'll say maybe we'll all watch some Nicolas Cage porn together. No promises. All right, so that'll work. Take us out of here, right?
It's the first time it's actually kind of accurate.
That is the first time it's actually kind of accurate. With as much shit as I heard about it, the official tomato meter 62%, just a little bit over half. The fans 75%, which is honestly that's a matinee. That's like a straight matinee.
Yeah, that's
God damn. Should I look at some reviews? Right? Should I just a couple?
All
reviews
right. As you read there up, let me call up the call line. Don't forget to visit us on our website at g2ta.net, godtalkabout.com, and don't forget to subscribe.
Okay, wait. I'm gonna read two of the official ones, two of the fan ones. So hold on. Official one, positive. Nicolas Cage locked inside an abandoned arcade with a menagerie of massive murderous monsters. Sign me up. Oh Christ. Okay, let me read a bad one. Feels like no one put any effort into this thing at any point in development or production. Fuck you. It's a Nicolas Cage movie. Oh, here's a 1 out of 5. The most nightmarish thing about Willys Wonderland is the horrible downward arc it reveals, that being Nicolas Cage's career. It's just the fucking problem with reviewers.
Yeah, they don't give it a chance.
You're not talking about the movie. Yeah, I hate Nicolas Cage. Yeah, it shows a downward spiral of his career. Why does it do that?
Because he needs money.
What about the money shows the downward
No
spiral
one's saying that
career?
about Anthony Hopkins. He's been in a lot of shit movies, too.
Yeah, well, Anthony Hopkins is one of them. Let me go to the... Okay, we're almost done.
But he's a supporting actor. He's not actually the star, bro.
Yeah, whatever. Let's get some actual fan reviews. Right out the gate, 4.5 stars. I'd watch Nicolas Cage clean a knockoff Chuck of Chuck E. Cheese for a few hours anytime. Rip and tear. Is that a sexual pun?
No, that's from Doom, the video game, Rip and Tear.
Ah, okay. Let's see. 5 stars. Gave me exactly what I wanted from this movie. I'm with you there. Another 5 stars. Loved it. Just a different type of horror movie that doesn't come along very often. Highly recommended. Okay. Let me find a bad... God damn, there's a lot of 5s on here. Okay.
Yeah, because... really
that is the power and prominence of Nicolas Cage.
Look at all these fucking 5 stars. Okay, here's a 2-star. If, like me, you watch Nicolas Cage combat... God damn, dude, you trying to be a professional reviewer? Jesus. If, like me, you watch Nicolas Cage come back strong the last couple of years with Mandy and Color Out of Space... Never heard of those.
Yeah, we watched those.
Did we?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah, we saw them.
You will be very disappointed with Willys. The setup is silly enough, and it stars Cage, so you figure it'll at least be weirdly funny and violent. Well, it is violent, but not in any kind of exciting or fun way. I always encourage people to see for yourself. If my advice is not, how in the fuck? This guy's grammar is all over the goddamn. I'm sorry. I always encourage people to see for yourself if my advice is to not pay an extra penny to rent it or just wait for it to pop up on one of your streaming services. Jesus. Fucking grammar check, people. Okay, but yeah, overwhelmingly, it's nothing but positive shit.
Yeah.
So, Cage, you're on your way back.
Yeah.
God bless you. That reminds me, we gotta get some new voiceovers for our intro. I mean, most places do that like a new one every season. I mean, if we're being fair, I just didn't want to pay you for the voiceovers. I mean, how much are we paying you for the first?
Well, you're paying me nothing now, so I mean, nothing's changed.
Fuck, man. All right, well, shit. All right, we'll record some new voiceovers.
Yeah, we'll get
I
some
just
new
assumed you were being paid.